Okay, what we have here is I'm doing another drawing for you and trying to use some new software. And this small circle here, I'm using my little pencil. If you can see it, this circle represents working memory. This very large circle represents long-term memory. And the three arrows represent the three different ways you can move information from working memory to long-term memory. This first arrow at the top, we're going to call this rehearsal. That is one of the ways you can get information into long-term memory, and it is, frankly, the worst way. The second way, this arrow, represents organization, and organization is a good way to move information from working memory to long-term memory. It basically is a self-directed, or a purposeful storing mechanism to put information that you have learned with other information that makes sense to put it with. In other words, those things that are related to that information. Very much like how you probably store your files on your computer. If you're going to want to find a file or a Word document 6 months from now, it makes sense to store it where you're going to look for it later on. Store it with those things that are similar to it, so that when you go back to look for it, you can easily find it. Because we've all had that situation where you go to store a file, you have this, maybe it was a paper or something, some file you need, and you go to look for it, and oh my gosh, it's not where I thought it was, and then there's this mad hunt for that document because you've misfiled it someplace. Organization is very much like that. Those individuals who deliberately organize the information that they take in from working memory to place in long-term memory, if they make effort to organize it with those other things that are related to it, the chances of finding it later are good. The third way is elaboration, and elaboration is the best way, because elaboration takes the advantages of organization and also adds schema information, often through narrative. So schema information would be the equivalent of, if I say birthday, give me some things, or think about some things that pop right into your head when I say birthday. And often students will tell me birthday cake, the happy birthday song, friends and family, presents, those things that go along with the idea of a birthday. Well, what this does is this allows for more cues, more chances to access that memory. Schemas offer not only all the cues that you would get with organization, but also all the cues that you, in happenstance, get with attached schema. So elaboration is really the best way to move things to long-term memory, because not only is the information organized well, it's put in its right place in the file cabinet, if you will, but also it has a bunch of other tags or markers on it to be able, through schema, to be able to find the information later.